Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to HJN. And now I would like to get ahead with some more subjects here. And there's a crap ton here that I might as well just mention here really quick, and I've got a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of new topics out there, like credit cards, telecoms, cove lighting, and many different actors' names and whatnot. But pretty much just not going to focus on them at the moment because there's a lot of other subjects that are going to be pretty easy for me to talk about. And I don't really have a lot of extra time on me for the rest of this entire week, so let me just go ahead and start talking about something different. Effects. I've already talked a lot about sound quality, as well as visual-based effects and the like, and a lot of other things relative to what I'm going to say. Effects in general, though, I feel like that there's a lot to be said. I've already mentioned a lot about certain things out there that happen to do with visual or auditory effects out there, and I can say that in terms of talking about effects in general, it's been a long time coming because after all, I've complained about the fact that sound quality is rather crappy. Clarity is always messed up because I have actually been told quite a while ago about the fact that sometimes computerized processes can in fact hinder the amount of clarity that is given to that of most audible or visionary type pieces of art. And I feel like that it's going to sound a little redundant here, but simply put, a lot of things that happen to do with visual effects and audible effects, I mean, not much is going to help. And I don't really mean to say that everything's supposed to be bad here at this time, because after all, we've had a lot of great things out there in cinema all over the place. American cinema has been through the roof throughout the last couple of years, especially with high-end awarded films out there, sequels, reboots, adaptations, and whatnot that we've been getting for the last couple of years. And I gotta say though, here in 2020, we're gonna have a lot of new stuff coming about. And surprise, surprise, we're going to have a lot of new things out there that happen to do with feature films. And even better, we're going to get some sequels and long-awaited reboots that we haven't seen in a really long time. But you know what though? That's almost out of the question because I'm simply going to talk about the effects that happen to do with a lot of them. So, anyways, an example I can provide for this is the new Hellboy from last April. That film, a lot of people put a lot of negative reception on it, and there were a lot of mixed reviews and all that stuff. I mean, I literally don't even understand why they have such a big problem with it. Of course, it's a reboot, and not all reboots are meant to be good, but this reboot just comes out in a good way. Not just for the fact that, well, it wants to keep Hellboy fans all amazed and the like about the fact that, well, it was certainly a pretty successful comic series, and well, I haven't read much about them, but I could simply point out that maybe the comics weren't the best idea for it. It probably needed something new every now and then. But hey, I feel like it was a great idea to introduce some new characters and the like here and there. It's kind of like what the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did in the early 90s. Or when the newer Godzilla films from the legendary MonsterVerse took place, like the Mutos and some of those other titans, as they're called, in the sequel to the 2014 Godzilla reboot. But aside from all that, aside from getting introductions of new characters and the like, I mean, the effects that apply are pretty stunning. I've looked into a lot of things, and it seems that a lot of animated portions, they are complete with actual actors on set. Motion capture has been getting huge, the way I see it. Godzilla Long Live the King has done that. The new Hellboy has done that, actually. Call of the Wild has also done that. And as a matter of fact, there have even been a few Call of Duty games that have done that as well. Like the first Black Ops, where they put actual actors on set and simply gave out the voices to whatever we see on the screen. But yet these are actual people who have modeled these actors and characters. And I could say for sure that motion capture is a pretty nifty way of pulling it off. as CGI on its own probably wouldn't be that good. But nevertheless, I still do feel that effects in any way, they could be done a whole lot better in any single way, but at the moment, I'm not really complaining much because a lot of these newer films that we've been getting in the last couple of years were just amazing. It doesn't matter how many people look at them or how they criticize them or how they're done. I mean, what matters is that people have done a good job putting together films, and I'm not going to lie, but I love them. So many of them. So that's pretty much it that I got to talk about effects in general and the kind of films that happen to rely on certain things out there to keep them going. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.